It's going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action. Here's Goff.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Goff pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 8.
I think a free play now for Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big...
Accept that penalty, and that will, of course, move the football up the field.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Now Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
In motion goes Raymond. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Ooh, the juke. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play If they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Quick toss by Goff is complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Gibbs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Gibbs again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Look at this Baltimore defense.
Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He's got right on the short throw.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite game out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Taken in at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
21. Ravens nothing. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 30 yards.
This is my writing it down on my notes. offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now receiver in motion left. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Super! Hey, kill!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. There's Goff.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. 25 yards that time.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot down?
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Eluding the press, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Intercepted by the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Williams, the man in motion left. Goff now looking to throw.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd down and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Goff. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Delphi Oway able to record his 5th sack of the season.
On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. I hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Duvernay in motion.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's going to have the Ravens first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle. No, we change it.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll get about 2 there into the 36.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, here's Dobbins. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
26 yards.
and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
It looks like one of the DBs has it.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
Now Goff.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Drive some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, hey.
Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Jackson. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Hey, Alpha,
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ozzy, check out. Right on.
Throwing. Jackson. Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Alpha,
Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's Jackson.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Third down and goal coming up here. Jackson.
Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he'll be set up in good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Goff. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Now it's gone. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
64 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Riley Patterson on, a lot of pressure on this kick. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Patterson's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.